Hello everyone, I am Dr.S.Shenbagavalli, Assistant Professor of Physics. Now we are going to talk about fuel cell. So let us go to the topic. Learning objectives. So learn about the perspectives of fuel cells, analyze the various applications of fuel cells and learn about the advantages and disadvantages of fuel cells. Fuel cells. The fuel cells is an electrochemical device that produces electricity without combustion by combining hydrogen and oxygen to produce water and heat. It discovered German scientist G. Jobin. It first development by William Johr in 1839. The Johr was experimenting on catalytics when he observed that combining the same element would also produce an electric current. 1930-1950s, the Francis Thomson Bacon, the British scientist, worked on developing alkaline fuel cells. He demonstrated a working stack in 1958. The technology was licensed to Pratt and Whitney, where it was utilized for the Apollo spacecraft fuel cells. Advantages over conventional energy sources. They produce zero or very low emissions, especially greenhouse gases, depending on the fuel cell used. Have few moving parts and thus require minimal maintenance, reducing life cycle cost of energy production. Modular in design, offering flexibility in size and efficiency in manufacturing. It can be utilized for combined heat and power purposes, further increasing the efficiency of energy production. So, working principle of fuel cells. The fuel cell is an device that uses hydrogen and oxygen to create electricity by an electrochemical process. A single fuel cell is consist of an electrolyte. It is sandwiched between two thin electrodes. Hydrogen or hydrogen rich fuels is fed to the anode, where a catalyst separates hydrogen's negatively charged electrons from positively charged ions. At the electrode, oxygen combines with the electrons and in some cases with pieces such as protons or water, resulting in waters or hydroxide ions respectively. The electrons from the anode sides of the cells cannot pass through the membrane to the positively charged cathode. They must travel around it through an electrical circuit to reach the other side of the fuel cell. This movement of electron is an electrical current. The amount of power produced by a fuel cell depends upon several factors such as fuel cells and cell size. The fuel cells are classified primarily by the kind of electrolytes they employ. This determines the kind of electrochemical reactions that take place in the cell, the kind of catalyst required, the temperature range in which the cell operates, the fuel cell required and other factors. There are several types of fuel cells are currently under development, each with its own advantages and limitations and potential applications. So, classifications of fuel cells. It is based on the type of electrolytes, alkaline fuel cells, phosphoric acid fuel cells, the polymer electrolyte membrane fuel cells, two type, solid polymer fuel cells and proton exchange membrane fuel cells, molten carbonate fuel cells and the solid oxide fuel cells. And based on the fuel and the accident, the hydrogen rich gas, ammonia, synthesis gas and hydrocarbons. Advantages and disadvantages of the fuel cells. So, the high efficiency, when utilized good generations, fuel cells can attain over 80% energy efficiency. Good reliability, quality of power provided does not regrade over time. Noise, it offers a much more silent and smooth alternative to conventional energy productions. Environmentally beneficial, greatly reduce carbon dioxide and harmful emissions. Size reductions in the fuel cells are significantly lighter and more compact. So, disadvantages, it expensive to manufacture due to the high cost of catalyst. lack of infrastructure to support the distribution of hydrogens. A lot of currently available fuel cells technology is in the prototype stage and not yet validated. Hydrogen is expensive to produce and not widely available. Thanks for watching.